Hi YouTube, I am getting ready to go on another trip down to the RTR, so that means travel videos again, for a couple of weeks anyway. So I'm getting ready to clean out the truck camper here and get it ready to go. You can see the bed back there, it needs to be made. I need to put away my tripods and stuff. I've got to clean out the fridge and the freezer. It's yeah, it's got ice back there. You can see the ice, and got some frozen hash browns. They're probably fine. I always have these gel ice packs in here. You never know when you or somebody might need them. Fridge, gonna clean out the fridge too. Got a couple of things in here. One bottle of wine unopened and another bottle opened. Oddly enough, this bottle of Valentina's is from the RTR last year. So I'm going to have to go and get a fresh bottle of Valentina's hot sauce down at the Roadrunner Market. So I'm going to clean this out, clean the fridge, defrost the freezer, get all that ice out of there. Then I need to make the bed. I might bring that fan down. I have one of these 19-inch fans that I use, and mostly what I use those for is it's good for those hot days. You can plug it into your inverter and just have a little breeze to take the edge off while you're sitting around outside. But it is also really good for controlling insects. If you have a problem with mosquitoes, you just turn your fan on and it creates enough of a breeze around you that the bugs leave you alone. Works really good. We got a few things up there to put away. I always have a couple of emergency sleeping bags, and probably gonna maybe need those on the way down to the RTR because I have to travel over through Boise and then down through Nevada, and northern Nevada, Idaho, eastern Washington, they're all going to be cold. Then back here we've got my bedding is just out of the wash. Here's the Arizona Atlas, and there's the foam pad for Charlie, his nest behind me in the truck, but Charlie isn't going on this trip, and so I'm going to leave his stuff behind. And then I have here is my foam spacer for between the cab and camper, so that goes in the window space, and that way I can have the window on the truck camper and the rear truck window open and be able to throw things through there as needed and be able to check on the truck camper at night or whatever. But it also removes two panels of tinted glass so that I can see more clearly out the back window. So it's kind of a safety thing for driving. Bathroom is already pretty much clean. Got my mirror. There's Kelly's hair net. Fantastic fan. So the bathroom here is already pretty clean and ready to go. What's in the pantry? I've got a fair amount of spicing all set to go. There's my go-to seasoning, Tony Shaker's or Sachere's Creole seasoning. Love that stuff. Chicken, beef, pork, works out really tasty. And as you can see, I've got a couple of them in here. Arboreal rice, that's one of my favorites. I love that stuff. Tri-bean, 4-bean salad, that's always good to have. Got to have the refried beans because you make burritos frequently. And Tony's is really good for burrito seasoning. And then I got rosemary, sage, Italian herbs, little red pepper, and more Italian herb. Italian herb is such a useful spice. More sage, cinnamon, vanilla, in case I want to do any cooking. Coffee filters, that's a must. Vlasic relish, gotta have that in case you're gonna make homemade tartar sauce. You need the sweet relish and mayonnaise. Just mix the two together and you got tartar sauce. Add a little ketchup and you've got Thousand Island. So there's a lot of things in your cupboard that you never knew were there that are very handy. Over here I got flour. That's the whole wheat flour. This is the bleached flour. And that's good for, I'll make bread, pancakes, cornbread. Here's my bags of cornmeal. This one here is actually almond flour, I believe. Stoneground, no, that's cornmeal bread mix. Usually I have an almond flour in here too, because almond flour is pretty good stuff for making your pancakes or cornbread or whatever. So we have that covered there. Need to get the coffee in here. Applesauce, that's always good. Little quick treat. Got my paper plates. Got my complimentary 40th anniversary torque lift coffee cup. Pots and pans. There's one lid that I need, and I think I've got my colander in here somewhere. Actually, I think that might be back over on this side. I'll figure it out. No, there's my bread pan. And let me see here. So, close that up. Just got, this is kind of like a bunch of junk up here. Binoculars, football, life vests for if we take the boat out. So here I got my rain ponchos, got my sandals, got extra shoe padding inserts. Okay, so we got the baseboard heater, which I'm going to be dry camping, so that's not going to be real useful. Flat of V8 juice, beer left over from last year's RTR. Got my mesquite charcoal, and the grill is on the deck on the back of the truck, so ready to go for that. Nothing under the table there. So let's get started on making the bed and all that stuff. Very important to do that. There we go. There. So I'm going to move the tripods out of the way. This is my big video tripod, and also for the Canon EOS. This is a smaller tripod for other things, GoPro, what have you. And this is a really handy Canon tripod with a ball mount on it. So that's really handy because I can take this, it's much easier, lighter to tote, and it can act as kind of a steady cam for a camera because it's got weight down here. And so it's a handy one to have. A lot easier than packing around a big old tripod. Okay. I'm just going to show you the easy way to make your bed here. You get the sheet up on the bed. Put your comforter up there too. It's all in the preparation. You have to make sure that you get things lined up just the way they're supposed to be. Get your sheet down here, pull it down to the bottom. Grab up top here. Okay, and then you throw it. Okay, and that is how you make the bed in one easy toss. Quick and easy. Let me get the camera down from here. So one thing I'm going to do is get flannel sheets for when I'm in the cold areas, eastern Washington, Idaho, Nevada, and parts of Utah, because flannel sheets are just so much warmer. Okay, so now to do the freezer and fridge, I'm going to turn it off. Pull these things out. I made this pack of ice last year because I was going to have some ice cold drinks and never got around to doing it. Got a lot more cleaning to do in here. I need to clean out the dinette. Figure out if I'm going to take the fan. I think I can fit the fan in there under the table. It's kind of hard to see without any light. There. Got myself a little flashlight. Now I can see. Fan. Here is my electrical compartment here. This is a battery cable connection block, and all of my cables are connected to these blocks. Use the fuses, breakers, and that is the battery box. In there you can just see the batteries in there. So okay, well anyway, I'm going to get to cleaning. Looking forward to this trip coming up and running into a bunch of people down there that I know. Straighten out my hat, and I'll see you on the next video. I've been cleaning for about an hour now, so the kitchen countertop has kind of been a way station for a whole bunch of stuff. We've got this cabinet here cleaned out, and I tell you, there was so much stuff in there that was just stuffed in there and forgotten. We've got about 6 packages of Reynolds wrap, cling wraps, cellophane wrap, 5 or 6 bags of Ziplocs or boxes of Ziplocs. So yeah, it's a good time to go through and just clean things out because it needs it. But at least now I have a nice clean slate cabinet to work with here. And I got these here cabinets are all cleaned out now. Get my little helper light. So down at that end, that is the fishing department. Got got all the fishing rods and tackle down there. Here's the end of the rods are right here. First aid kits are down there. Baseball gloves, football. And here's a backpack with other sporting stuff in it. A couple of fluorescent lights and LED lights, lanterns. Okay, so I'm gonna keep cleaning here. Scrubbing the walls and all that stuff too. And my ice is still not broken free. So yeah, it's going to take a little while. I cranked up the baseboard heater. There's the light on. And how warm is it in here anyway? It's about 60 degrees. What does that say? Yeah, it's 60 degrees. Okay, and 13.1 volts on the charger. Okay, back to it.